Hey, Domestic Don, Josh Landers. Have you guys ever just listened to yourself breathe before? Um, I was doing the podcast the other day and I was taking a couple of minutes just to get everything in order in my pretentious notebook. And I got the audio going first and I just kept it recording for a while. And the noises that come out of you when you're just breathing are disgusting. Human beings are just disgusting animals. I was making the I was making some just fucking weird noises. And, just trying to prep myself, I guess, swallowing. I have a fucking broken nose. When I fell off a porch a few years, probably 7 years ago now, I broke my nose at a rugby party, after party, and end of the year social, and just fell off a porch, broke my nose, and now I have a fucking bone sticking in one nostril. And I was a snorer anyways before that, but I think it just made it worse, and now breathing's a little bit of a problem. So I'm gonna have to get that fixed. I'm gonna have to go probably deal with shit in the next 15 years. Broken ribs, cracked chest plate, broken shoulder that's been kind of irking me lately. If I sleep awkwardly, which I'm like a tight-fisted sleeper, and I'm kind of a hot sleeper, which is gross. But I'm a sweater, and when I'm clenching my fists and dreaming and scared, and just don't know what to do with my own brain at that moment. Yeah, I kind of sleep tight, I guess. And then this has been the fucking SC joint. Can you see it? I don't know. I got a new bone here, and that was probably 4 years ago that I broke that. But just the noise. Maybe it's part of the ailments that I have. It could be. Could be a total just I'm dying noises. But it's gross. It's gross, and that's why I don't like eating as well. Eating is disgusting. What's the fucking masticating? Is that a masochist? Is it masticating? But where you chew, it's just disgusting. It's gross. The lip smacking, the we're animals, just disgusting animals. And I'd much rather watch a dog drink water. That doesn't bother me, and babies especially as well. When babies are eating, they're fucking getting shit all over their face. That doesn't bother me when they're chewing loud. Not too much. It's when we reach a certain age that we're just gross. We're just deplorable, disgusting, evolutionary gone wrong. Um, uh, Organisms, right? It's gross. So eating's one of those things. Drinking is one of those things. Just noises in general. But why? Why up to until a certain age? And I can't remember if I mentioned this or not, but my daughter over the last 2 weeks has lost her two front teeth, and adorable. When they're kind of really loose, very crooked, and just kind of you just want to flick it. You just want to flick those little chiclets out of her mouth. And I think I did that to my son years ago as well. I think I flicked one and it fell out. But she lost her one without even knowing it. I just made another guttural, gross sound here. Um, but when she lost her first front tooth in New Mexico, she it just fell out. So loose, so loose. And I was trying to manipulate it a little bit. She wouldn't let me flick it. There was no dental floss tied to a fucking doorknob or to a back of a bumper. Does that happen? Fishing line, maybe? Maybe fishing line would be better. 8-pound test line that you could tie to the hitch of your Chevy Nova. That would yank that motherfucker right out, and plus your jaw too. But it just fell out, and she was happy. It fell out, and then this one was more of a she ran into a couch and it fell out, but it's still loose enough. And her lisp right now, and she just got these big two giant gaps between her fangs. It's adorable, fucking adorable. The lisp is adorable. I kind of have a weird lisp because my teeth are fucked up. But it's absolutely precious to see this little 7-year-old girl, my daughter, of course. Just it's cute. Every time she smiles, I smile because it looks so awesome. But why? When do we reach that age when missing teeth become gross? And I'd probably say adulthood. I guess if you had maybe a teenager with missing teeth or whatever dental hygiene problems they might have, it gets a little gross as well. But maybe until 10 years old, And I think we're good. I think humans are cute and good and pure and wholesome until probably 10 or 11. Then we just hit the fucking fan. Shit hits the fan. We become just mentally incapable of I guess being structurally good. I think I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but that's what I'm feeling. I think we just roll over. You know, if we lived till 12 years old and died, that would probably be better. We'd live a nice life instead of just going through the grossness of adulthood, adolescence, going towards adulthood. I guess that's just my theory. So my son is past that already. My daughter's still in that cute zone, luckily. And a couple more years left, and then she'll be a shithead too. It's just bound to happen. That's just the way it goes. That's the way we grow up. We become assholes. We become, like I said, smelly and disgusting, and just something you don't want to really be around. Organisms that you wouldn't even pick up. You go to a tide pool, are you going to pick up a spiky, gross, fucking slimy thing that you don't know if it has any sort of chemical compounds that will kill you? Will you pick that up in a tide pool? No, you won't. You just look at it. And that's what we become. We become like the tide pool, a cesspool. Not even a tide pool, because tide pools are beautiful. We become like a cesspool of life after a certain point. And that's just life, I guess, isn't it? All right, what are we going to get to today? Going back to teeth, since my daughter doesn't have her two front ones, I'm getting my teeth fixed, supposedly, over the course of the next couple of years. And why didn't I get them fixed, Josh, when you're 15, 16, like a normal human being? I had the opportunity. I saw a dentist. I saw an orthodontist. I was about to get surgery for my fucking narrow upper jaw, which seems to be a running trait in my family for at least a couple of us. Teeth were not we weren't blessed with the teeth god. We weren't blessed with having this nice, perfect smile, which is okay. I think most people do get orthodontics now anyways and get braces, but it's a fucking scam. It's a total scam. My wife, who's had braces before, when she was a teenager, like a normal person, she went to the stupid fucking Western Dental just to get a checkup, since teachers weirdly don't have great fucking dental insurance. Isn't that strange? I wonder why more people don't become teachers. I wonder why so many teachers are disgruntled and angry and bitter at what their life has become. Maybe it's because we don't get paid shit, and we have horrible medical and dental, and no dental sometimes. My job didn't have fucking dental. I'll probably get some scrub job. I'll probably be a fucking sandwich artist at Subway in the next couple of months, and I'll probably have fucking dental. Why don't teachers? I don't know. But she went there just for a checkup. You need braces. She said, I've already had braces. They will give braces to fucking anybody. You have a little bit of a crook, fucking a little bit of a crooked tombstone there in your mouth. Mine, I'm like a fucking, I'm like a goddamn zombie movie. Right? My teeth are everywhere. So obviously I need braces. I'm like a fucking first rate orthodontist fucking wet dream. When they see me, they just come right onto their instruments, and they probably put that right back into my mouth when they're fucking manipulating and trying to see, charging me $500 just for a checkup, just to see if I need braces. But she needed them. My son, straight teeth somehow. Fucking, he got blessed by the weird gods, the weird mix of genes from my family and her family. Somehow he has straight teeth. My daughter, we'll see. All right, we'll see. Hopefully she does. Crossed fingers. If not, we'll get her braces though. That's what parents do. But it doesn't need to be this like polished veneer. Does it need to be this perfect fucking white smile? No. I want functional. That's all I want. But let me read you some functional. This is the quotes I've been getting over the last couple of months. And of course, with the whole COVID and the quarantine thing, dental shit has been kind of off. But I got a couple of old fillings removed and replaced right before this happened, probably around, beginning of March, end of February. I got a few fillings replaced that I probably had when I was 16, 17 years old. And, a cool $700. Cool $700. No, shit, never mind. No, that was over $1,000. 2 fillings, 2 teeth. 2 fucking teeth, over $1,000. Just for a filling. And then of course they want me to come back to, oh, you got a little small other filling that needs to be replaced. Can you do that one too? And I just said, I just went to the periodontist because my mouth is just a fucking monster mouth. It is, like I said, it's a haven for these dentists and orthodontists. I'm actually in a fucking consultation group. I am one of those people you'll see the mug on the fucking blackboard, and they're just looking at me with laser pointers and be like, look at this motherfucker. How the hell are we going to fix this bitch? And they probably won't be able to, but if they do, it'll be like a $24,000 mouth. And was it $24,000 Pyramid? Remember that fucking game show? I'm the $24,000 mouth. Or $54,000 Pyramid, whatever that fucking game show was. Everything costs so much money in this world. So a couple thousand, or I probably spent at least $1,500 just on fillings, and another $500 on consultations just to see if I need braces. Then I need a mold, right? A mold of my teeth. That was another cool $500. So I'm already probably a couple $1,000s deep, and nothing's been done. Then I need surgery. Surgery for my upper jaw. And when you need surgery for your upper jaw, it never sounds great. And I'm not saying surgery is good anytime, but just on an upper jaw doesn't sound like it's the most pleasant thing in the world. So I'm sure I'll have like fucking I'll be drinking fucking steak smoothies and fucking just gross shit for a couple of weeks while my jaw heals. And I'll look like a fucking a monster walking around, like just like Frankenstein's fucking decrepit aborted child walking around. That's what I'm going to look like. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Not okay with the process, but I'm okay that this is what my life is. I'm not going to blame my parents for not getting my teeth fixed. Maybe a little bit, like, oh, they should have probably just pushed me to do it. But now I'm an old man, or a middle-aged man, and now I got to take it onto my own. I got to take the onus, right? I got to put this shit on my shoulders and be like, you know what? It's probably my fault that I didn't do it anytime sooner. And I've gone through the process over probably the last 6 or 7 years. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. But then the cost and the rates are applied. I'm like, holy fuck, $8,000 for periodontal work? $8,000. And even if I had insurance, they said, I probably wouldn't cover it. That's what they said. So right before all this COVID shit hit the fan, I went to a periodontist, and he was like, I don't think that, once you get it done, I don't think your insurance, no matter what insurance you had, would cover it, because it's known as like reconstructive. And it's not something that the insurances would probably allow me to get fixed for the premium that I would be paying if I had dental insurance. It's just a whole fucking, it's a whole other level of scam. And then just the fact that, yeah, everybody needs braces. You can go perfect fucking smile. They would say, you can get that fixed. You can get that corrected. And I'm not doing it for beauty. That's over. I was born like this. I'm not going to win any beauty pageants anytime soon. But now it's functionality, like I said. So just to eat a fucking ham sandwich where I can actually tear the bread or a burrito and actually bite into it without fucking gnawing like a fucking beaver in heat. If I could just do that in a functional way, I would be happy. And I might be a 45-year-old man by the time this gets fixed, but at least I would be a functional 45-year-old man who might smile, but probably still won't. I want to, Freudian slip. I want to smile, but I probably won't because I'm so used to not smiling. If that makes sense. And it's just the whole medical field. I mean, we got all these fucking things happening and shit. Like I said, fucking COVID cases going up. 4th of July is canceled, which I'm not really I'm not sad about that one. But we got so many other problems in the world right now. So why care about teeth? But they're important. And I'm kind of a weird obsessive with teeth to a certain extent. When I notice them right away on people, on actors, just random strangers, I notice teeth right away because, again, I don't have good ones. So when you don't have something good, I guess it's someone like a chick with small tits. Does she notice big tits? Dudes who have small dicks, do they notice the fucking plum smuggling going on in the locker rooms when we still had locker rooms that were open? Do we notice those things? I don't know. I've never felt terrible about down below, but it's more up above, right? This is why the mask thing is so fucking great for me. I can get by in life, and no one will judge me or look at me, and I don't have to hide my mouth. Or when I take my lunch 800 yards away from the nearest person so I can eat and chew like a fucking emaciated hyena, where people won't look at me or feel like they're looking at me, which they're probably not, because they're all everybody's selfish in their own brains. No one gives a shit. They're probably not even looking at me, but it's all in my own brain. It's my own mechanism of dealing with my own inadequacies, I guess. Right? I don't know. I've never eaten. I don't like eating lunch in front of people. I don't like eating in front of people. I don't like eating. I just don't. I don't enjoy it. I enjoy the flavor. Don't enjoy the process. Don't enjoy the process. So what else is going on out there? Oh, so another thing that's going that I've heard of over the last couple of days that I kind of got irked again by is the changing of names of places. And I think whatever's happening right now in the world is probably good. All these protests, probably good. People getting a little bit more savvy and aware of the bullshit that's out there in social media and in media in general, and people trying to like chastise it or at least look deeper, hopefully past the headline. You know, maybe people are becoming more astute at getting past just being a headline reader. But there's got to be some good coming out of all this. You know, we had the people in St. Louis with the what do they call them? The Ken and Karen, I guess, which is kind of getting played out already. I like the word Karen, and sorry for people who are named Karen. That's got to be unfortunate. But now we have the Ken and Karen in St. Louis, Missouri, when there was a protest going by, which I think the protesters did break through a gate, a private gated community, which probably shouldn't be around anyways in this day and age, but they're there, and it's their private property. But they kind of protested by these people's mansions. And of course, you guys probably know what I'm talking about if you watch the news. So you have a dude come out with his semi-automatic rifle. You have his wife come out with a pistol. They're shirtless. They're wearing capris. And the reports I'm reading are fucking just ridiculous. One, I think it was Yahoo, which is awful. And I'm not the only one that says that, of course. But they're explaining what the man's wearing. Oh, he has a pink polo shirt and shoeless with his khaki pants, and his wife is in a striped halter top with also black capri. I mean, what the fuck are we? Why are we doing a runway model edition? Why is Tyra Banks there? Is she fucking gonna judge what they're wearing? No, who gives a shit? But they did have guns in their front yard, and it looked bad. But what's not being shown? I don't know. And I've been on a kick the last couple of days of just being a little upset about is places names are changing. I'm not talking about Zur and Zur and Dur for your fucking your asexual tadpole names or what you want to call yourself. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking more about what names of cities are. And there's probably not a name of a city out there, a name of a country that we couldn't pull up something and be like, that's wrong. That's racist. That's got some bigotry attached to it. That's xenophobic. I mean, think about any place you grew up in. I grew up in a place that probably it's a person's name, and I'm assuming the town was named after a person. I don't know, but is that something that we could see as bigotry and racism? I'm sure we could attach to it. The city I grew up in had a saint attached to it, San Diego. A city that I live kind of nearby now, San Francisco. You think fucking St. Francis of Assisi, which I don't know much of the history, I'm not Catholic. I think that's Catholic, right? But the fucking Spaniards, I'm sure, colonized a name. It wasn't San Francisco, I think, was named Buena, wasn't it? Wasn't San Francisco at one point called Yerba Buena? Would Yerba Mate, would they sue San Francisco now because they took their name or a part of it? But even San Francisco, any saint, San Antonio, Santa Maria, any fucking saint St. Louis. Shit, we just talked about that, right? Who the fuck's Louis? Was it King Louis the Fourth? Who was St. Louis? I'm sure all these names of a city have bad things attached to them. They have to. There are pedophiles. There are rapists. There are murderers. They're fucking sticking corn on the cob up their ass. I don't know what was going on, but some of these people had to have bad things. They just had to. So now we're going to call out all the cities that have some sort of attachment to it. Columbus, Ohio, is that going to change? Was that named after Christopher Columbus? He didn't discover Ohio, did he? Wasn't there a bunch of fucking Native Americans living in Ohio at some point? I believe they were. I don't think they called it Columbus. So how far is it going to go? And the one I'm getting a little upset about is Fort Bragg in the north coast of California. And I know nothing about Fort. I'm not a historian, but I just know what I've surfacely read over the last couple of days about Fort Bragg. And yeah, he was a dick. It was a fort, right? And whoever Bragg was, I'm sure he was some Confederate asshole. But why up in arms now? Fort Bragg has been Fort Bragg for years. I haven't lived in these areas for that long, but I know since I've lived here, Fort Bragg was a thing. It was a city for a long time, and now people are getting mad all of a sudden. Why not, if you grew up there and you have this sort of sentimentality for changing the name, or not even sentimentality, I guess that would be people who want to keep it, but you have this sort of aggressive approach to completely changing the namesake of a town, and a small town, mind you. No one's going to Fort Bragg. No one. What do they have? 5,000 people that live there? It's a travel through town. Beautiful on the fucking Mendocino coast. I've camped there many times. I've been there many times. But I don't think I ever considered the name before because it's just a fucking name. That's it. It's just a name. And for us to get so upset about a name seems, in my mind, a little silly with everything else that's going on out there. So, I mean, just kind of, I guess, just take a look at what you're doing and what you're proposing and what you're so upset about. It's probably not that bad. It's not the end game. If you change the name of a city, the problems don't go away. They just don't. The problems are still there, but you feel so righteous. You feel like you're doing the right thing, which you might be in terms of history, but it's not going to change what's happened. It's not going to change anything, honestly, except for the name itself. Does that make sense? Does that make me a libertarian? Does that make me a right-wing conservative? Conservative? Does that make me anti-liberal? And again, my 5 subscribers, you know probably where I come from. I'm not overly conservative. I don't think I'm a libertarian, but I don't even know what that means anymore. And just changing the name of things, just, come on, we got bigger problems out there. Massively bigger problems. Just like the cost of fucking my teeth. That's a problem. That's a me problem, I understand that. But don't you think we should fix that problem before we fix the name of a small logging, old school logging coastal town that really doesn't matter much in the scheme of things, of changing the world? I just don't think so. And again, it's hard enough. Life is hard enough without worrying about these small intricacies of life. All right? Why can't we just fucking live? The city of angels, the biggest fucking city in the country, probably, right? Or one of the more influential ones outside of New York City. The city of angels. What does that fucking mean? That's religious. Do we change that now? Are the atheists upset because they don't believe in angels? Right? Are you living under the bridge downtown, as the Red Hot Chili Peppers so famously said? Right? Where you drew some blood? Are you upset at that? Because the angels are supposed to be nice and still kind of up in the ether of God's hand, right? They're part of this core of goodness. And the city of angels kind of seems like a fallen angel. It's kind of like Lucifer, right? Wasn't Lucifer a fallen angel? Again, not religious, don't know shit about this. No history, right? No religious theories or practices that I have. I'm just going off the cuff here. And again, little dire in terms of what we're trying to change. Things need to change, of course, but it's the amount of things that need to change, or the more important things that need to come first. And in my mind, I'm probably wildly wrong, and many people would disagree with me, would disagree with me. English language is fucking hard sometimes. They would say, no, this needs to be changed first. This is the systemic problem that we have, is the name of a city. So where are the dominoes going to fall next? Right? Where are they going to? Tallahassee, Florida? Right? Dover, fucking Connecticut. Where's Dover? Rhode Island. We got fucking Cheyenne, Wyoming. That seems a little culturally inappropriate? I don't know. Do the Cheyenne care? Does that tribe care that they named a city after them? Would I care? I don't know. Is there fucking Jewland, California? I have no. Is there big nose, fucking fucked up teeth, saber tooth, aborted child land? Would I get offended over that? Hey Josh, there's a fucked up teeth city. Don't you live there? But I probably should, right? Monster Mouth, USA. Oh, that's my county. I live in Monster Mouth County. That's where I live, right? I live in No Smile Zone. That's where I live. I'd rather live in No Smile Zone than the autonomous zone that's going on up in what, Portland, Seattle, where the fuck it's happening. They're both the same city. It doesn't matter. Both the same shit. But I would rather live in No Teeth County, Alabama, and I would be the poster boy. They would have my head on the billboard, and they would have my face on the coins and the money of that county, and I probably wouldn't care. I'd be proud, because people would know, like, hey, fucked up teeth are kind of normal. Just get braces. $10,000 later, $15,000 later, $27,000 later, then you can smile, right? That's what I think is more important, the smiles. Why don't we just all smile rather than try to change the name of a town? But we still will, because we're fucking bored. And we got nothing fucking else to do. And we feel like we have no other power to change the goddamn Goldman Sachs of the world to fucking give us some sort of power. We can't change that, but we can complain about names. We can complain about gender equality. We can complain about whether or not we're saying the right thing on social media and getting canceled, and YouTubers coming out and having to apologize, which is probably fucking good, because all people on YouTube should apologize, because this is what we're trying to, this is dumb, right? This is fucking dumb. We should apologize for our lives being shit. That's what we should do. And just seeing the groveling and the trying to be eloquent with your voice and saying, I'm sorry for what I did in the past. Fuck the past right now, right? The future is fucked. And we're so worried still in the past that we're not even thinking about what the future is going to be like. And again, that's a whole other fucking tirade. I'll get to other shit next time. But that's kind of what was been irking me. Teeth. Name changes. Life. Just in general. Alright, I'll talk to you guys next time. Have a good week. Happy Tuesday. Shalom.